Added up all the height averages and all the weight averages, the Commanders are not only the tallest, they weigh the most, and they are the most agile. Here we go. Ed Oliver's toughest matchup in 2023 is going to be the Washington Commanders. This is a perfect game for Ed Oliver to continue to prove his contract. Buffalo Bills, Ed Oliver is on fire right now after signing a new contract this offseason, a 4-year deal worth $68 million. You could see Pro Football Focus currently has Ed Oliver ranked second with the overall pressure rate of 23.5%. He's in the same company as Chase Young, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Micah Parsons. So what is making Ed Oliver so dominant this year? I want to take a look at all the interior offensive linemen that he has gone against versus the Jets, versus the Raiders, and also this upcoming matchup versus the Commanders. Here we could see Elijah Vera Tucker, Connor McGovern, and Langston Tomlinson, who Ed Oliver ultimately went against in that first matchup versus the Jets. And here we're just taking a look at their overall speed, acceleration, strength, and agility. Looking at it here, Elijah Vera Tucker is the best. 68 overall speed, 73 acceleration, 91 overall strength, but just look at their agility here, 61, 65, and 58. And the New York Jets are predominantly a run-first team, and you could just take a look at Tucker and McGovern, clearly rated slightly higher in run blocking versus their pass blocking. And I know last week a ton of highlights coming from Ed Oliver and all the pressure going against a former teammate last year, Greg Van Roten. Keep in mind, Greg Van Roten was a backup on the Buffalo Bills, ultimately getting released by the Buffalo Bills, and now he's a starter for the Raiders. Ed Oliver really technically should be beating him. We saw it a lot during that game that Ed Oliver was pushing him back. He really got the most of Greg Van Roten. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Ed Oliver and the performance against Greg Van Roten, but you could see his overall rating, 69, clearly the worst offensive lineman that he's gone against so far. The speed rating, the acceleration, 63, the strength, 84, and also the agility at 57. You look at the whole entire interior offensive line for the Vegas Raiders here, and agility is just absolutely horrible. 57, 58, 59. Their acceleration, 63, 70, 82. Their strengths, 84, 84, 82. Tucker's run blocking is 78 overall, whereas his pass blocking is 76. McGovern's run blocking is 78 overall, whereas his pass blocking is 73. And then Tomlinson actually is better against the pass, but his run blocking is 74 overall, and his pass blocking is 83. Ed Oliver does play both sides of the line, but it seems like he's mostly lined up on opposing teams' right guards majority of the game. So let's not only focus on all the interior offensive linemen, let's specifically focus on that right guard that Oliver is likely going to be going against majority of the time. And the Raiders, we can clearly see their run blocking versus pass blocking. Van Roten and his total run blocking ability is 74 overall. His pass blocking is 74. Andre James, their center, his run blocking was 73. His pass blocking was 79. And Dylan Parham, you could see run blocking 79 overall and his pass blocking 73. Raiders and the Jets primarily rely on running the football, and we could see it that these offensive linemen, especially these interior offensive linemen, are predominantly run blockers versus pass blockers. And we all know Ed Oliver is that speedier interior defensive tackle offering a pass rush from the inside. Here we go. Ed Oliver's toughest matchup in 2023 is going to be the Washington Commanders, and I'm going to prove to you exactly why that is. Sam Cosmi, Nick Gates, and Sadiq Charles are definitely going to be the toughest matchup, I think, for specifically Ed Oliver in this matchup. And one reason being that is Sam Cosmi is the most athletic, he's the tallest, he's the most agile, he's the quickest off the ball. Glancing at the stats here and just remembering what the overall speeds and agility were for all the other interior offensive linemen, we could see Sam Cosmi, 77 overall speed, 82 overall acceleration. He's got 87 strength, and his agility is 72. Flashback to the Raiders, their agility 57, 58, 59. Flashing back to the Jets, their agility 61, 65, and 58. Sam Cosmi's agility at 72 overall is absolutely excellent, as well as Sadiq Charles. His agility is 70. Now, both Sam Cosmi and Charles are quicker, agile offensive linemen, but you could see Cosmi is just a freak of nature here. You look at Charles's overall speed at 71. His acceleration is 63. His agility is 70, and you just look at the overall strength comparison, 85, 82, 87. And here we see a little bit of a change, right? Sam Cosmi, his run blocking is 75, his pass blocking is 72. Nick Gates' run blocking is 70, his pass blocking rating is 71. You could look at Charles's run blocking at 70 and his pass blocking is 68. They're very balanced overall offensive linemen for the Commanders, but the one thing I wanted to take a look at was all their overall size and weight. The New York Jets, Elijah Vera Tucker at 6'5", 308, a former first-round pick, 14th overall for the New York Jets. Connor McGovern at 6'4", 306. Langton Tomlinson at 6'3", 323 pounds. Greg Van Roten, who Ed Oliver completely destroyed in that first matchup, is 6'3", 305. Andre James at 6'4", 300. Dylan Parham at 6'3", 285 pounds. And this is where it gets interesting. Sam Cosmi for the Commanders at 6'6", 309 pounds. The starting center for the Commanders, Nick Gates, is 6'5", 312 pounds. And then their left guard, Sadiq Charles, is 6'4", 322 pounds. Added up all the height averages and all the weight averages of the interior offensive linemen for all these games. And we can clearly see the Jets at 6'3", the Raiders at 6'2", and the Commanders at 6'4". The Commanders also weighed the most on averaging 314 pounds. The Commanders are not only the tallest, they weigh the most, and they are the most agile interior offensive group of any team that we've faced in 2023. And more specifically, Sam Cosmi versus Ed Oliver in this matchup is going to be Ed Oliver's toughest matchup so far this season. And the reason why this concerns me is because Ed Oliver benefits from slower, less agile interior offensive linemen. Ed Oliver has that quick step off the ball. He uses his speed to beat offensive linemen. So when you consider that the Washington Commanders have the longest reach by an inch of any team that we've faced, they weigh the most, and that they are the most agile, this is clearly the toughest matchup for Ed Oliver. This is a perfect game for Ed Oliver to continue to prove his contract, to continue to outplay that salary that he initially got, and also just his overall ability for the Buffalo Bills. I think this game could really shatter all the doubters. A former 9th overall pick for the Buffalo Bills really has gotten a lot of flack over the years, but the second highest pressure rate in the NFL right now, beating a guy like Chase Young, who was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, being mentioned in names with Dexter Lawrence, Micah Parsons, and so many more great athletes in the NFL. Ed Oliver is finally starting to shine. I hope you all enjoyed my efforts for this video, and if so, if you hit like and subscribe, it really keeps this channel going. Honestly, every like and subscription from you means the world, but any comments, questions, concerns, drop them below in the chat. Go Bills.